In the dead of winter, deep in the Ural Mountains, 9 young hikers set out on what should have been an adventure of a lifetime. Instead, it became one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in modern history. When search teams arrived at the scene weeks later, they weren't prepared for what they found. Their tent was slashed open from the inside. Footprints led away into the snow, scattered, confused. And the bodies, they would raise questions that still haunt us to this day. It was January 1959 when Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student, led 8 others on a trek across the icy wilderness of the Soviet Union. They were young, skilled, and well prepared for the brutal conditions of the Ural Mountains. Their goal? To reach Otorten, a remote peak whose name, in the native Mansi language, means "don't go there." But Dyatlov and his team didn't believe in legends. They believed in skill, experience, and science. On the night of February 1st, something happened that made these hikers, experienced, disciplined mountaineers, flee their tent in a panic, barely clothed, into the minus 30°C wilderness. When their bodies were found, some were covered in frost, frozen to death in the snow. Others had horrifying injuries, fractured skulls, crushed ribs, injuries so severe that one Soviet doctor compared them to a high-speed car crash. And strangest of all, some bodies showed traces of radiation. So, what really happened? Some say it was a simple avalanche, but experts argue their injuries don't match. Others claim it was a top-secret military experiment gone wrong. A weapon so terrifying, it shattered bone without leaving external wounds. Then there's the theory that captures the imagination of even the most skeptical minds. Something unnatural. A force that scared these hikers enough to cut their way out of their own tent and run blindly into the night. Did they see something they weren't supposed to? Decades later, the Russian government reopened the case, officially blaming an avalanche. But the world isn't convinced. The footprints, the missing tongue, the unexplained radiation, it just doesn't add up. So we're left with more questions than answers. Did these hikers stumble into something they shouldn't have? A secret experiment? An unknown force? Or was it something far more terrifying? Something we still don't understand. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of history's most chilling cold cases. And the truth? It may never come to light. But what do you think happened that night? Leave your theory in the comments. And if you want more true crime, conspiracies, and unsolved mysteries, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because some stories refuse to stay buried,